it speaks to a real core element of what we believe, which is that we talk about the power of nomination in someone's life, casting a vision or speaking a positive word about what they can become or the influence that they can grow that they may never have thought about. But oftentimes fear is keeping them in the position that they are. But we can share confidence with other people. It's a really interesting thing that if I'm confident and believe you can, then you'll absorb some of that and say, okay, well, I can try it.
I absolutely believe that.
And
I've seen it work through my entire career. I'm, 26 years in, and I've had the same people. I'm blessed to say I have many, many mentors who have seen that in myself. Early on as a teacher, I can recall Dr. Almendares, who was at the district level, saying to me as a teacher leader, like, Rose, you're going to make a difference. You're going to be a great leader. And I'm like, okay.
And what does that look like? It's a beautiful thing. And to think that you're now getting to do this in Carrizo Springs, your hometown, and the impact that'll have on the community. I know you're in the middle of transforming it to what it can become. And so I just really want to support you there. So thanks for sharing these very specific things. I mean, addressing the punitive nature of the culture is real specific. The way you built relationships. Avid was a great way to have an outside. Thankfully, the superintendent brought that. So you didn't have to take any shots for implementing it.
Correct.
So that was super helpful. But then really to lean on these leaders and even involving them in your strategic planning in the way that you did. And a lot of times people talk about listening, but when we really listen and we learn, we use that to learn, and then we take that and we implement elements of it, it builds such credibility with our teams and that they trust that, well, I can share another idea because that first one was heard. And over time, those ideas come and, things we could never think of.
We built that culture, and we would say, we're going to have a go. And it was safe. It was safe. It wasn't that anybody was going to be in trouble. We were going to have a go, especially when we're implementing a new strategy, campus wide. And so it was very well embraced. And it's you're exactly right. It's all about the listening and the relationships. And I still get the text messages from Dana and from some of the other leaders just sharing the good news that's going on there.
That's so important.
And especially they just got, so I said I was there when they got, when we got the Avid demonstration school, but you have to reapply every 3 years, I believe it is, and go through the process again to sustain it. And so they just did that. And on the day of, I got a text message from them saying, Rose, we wanted you to know, and thank you for taking us on this journey. And that's really what it's all about. I mean, I feel that my job as a leader is to grow other leaders. And if I'm not doing that, then I don't think I'm doing my job.
That's right. Well, your job's going to be harder if you're trying to do it all, but that shared responsibility and leadership is such a great model to sustain. So, congratulations.
Thank you.
I wish you the best. Thank you so much for being on this with me today.